What's up everybody, I'm Tim from Timber Ridge Gifts, and this is going to be our candle making for beginners video. Now if you're at all familiar with my channel, the first thing you should notice is that we're not in my candle room. We're actually down here in the kitchen. Reason for that is this video is for beginners. Up in the candle room I've got a pretty elaborate setup, a lot of advanced equipment. Somebody that's just starting out's not going to have that. So we came down here where we all started, where 99.9% of the people start, in the kitchen. So moving on from that, let's talk about what we're going to need to make our basic candles. The most common question I get is, where do I start and what do I buy first? I always tell people the thing I would buy first, if you're just starting out, if you just want to try it out as just a hobby, or if you have visions of doing it as a business later on, get yourself a good starter kit. It's going to have everything you need in it to get started, to make your first little run of candles, to be able to determine if it's for you, if it's something that you're going to be good at, something that you're going to enjoy, without wasting a lot of money. So let's check out the starter kits that I've got here. Okay, so this is my starter kit. I've been working with the folks at the candle maker store. They actually sent me 3 of their soy wax candle making starter kits. One that I'm going to demo in this video, and 2 that I'm going to give away at the end of the video. So even if your skill level is a little bit more advanced than a beginner video, you'll want to make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video to find out about that giveaway. We're going to set these aside for now. Let's see what's in their basic starter kit. This kit sells for $19.99 on their website. I'll put a link to their website so you guys can check it out. In the kit, you basically get enough to do 2 6-ounce hex candles. Included in the kit is a pound of soy wax. And this isn't just cheap hobby store wax. This is Golden Brand's 444. This is the good stuff. This is what candle makers use in their shops. So you're actually getting your money's worth. You're not just getting some cheap Hobby Lobby stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love Hobby Lobby, but their candle making supplies, they're not great. But yeah, this is the Golden Brand's 464. These are the hex jars that Candle Maker Store sells on their website. The cool thing about this starter kit, not only are you getting quality products, but unlike a lot of starter kits where you're just getting whatever, you just order the kit and it comes how it comes, you don't get to pick the fragrance or the color with a lot of kits. With the Candle Maker Store kit, you actually do. As you're ordering it, you can order the kit, and it has drop-down boxes where you can choose the color and the fragrance. That's great because if you order a kit from some website, and they're going to send you whatever, usually whatever they have overstock, or whatever they're not selling the most of, they're just going to dump it off on you. That's okay if you're just trying to start out, but let's say they send you cinnamon and you're someone that's sensitive to that, or you just hate cinnamon. That kit's not going to do you any good. You're not going to have a good time making these candles, and you're going to ultimately end up wasting your money. So that makes this a good buy. With this one, this kit came with lavender, and a full bottle of lavender dye. We're only going to use a tiny bit of that, so that's actually going to go on the shelf that I'm going to use later on in my shop. Also included in the kit, 2 wicks for these candles, wick stickers, and they've included a couple warning labels for the bottom of your candle. Like I said, this is an awesome place to start if you're just looking to get into candle making. You don't really want to, my first candle order, I think I spent close to $400 by the time I bought all the wax and the fragrances that I thought I liked, and the dye, the jars, the wicks, everything. I kind of jumped into it a little too fast. That was before I even knew I was going to open up a shop or even like candle making. I just kind of thought, candle making looks fun, let's throw a bunch of money at it. Luckily it worked out, but not everybody can do that. You definitely don't need to do that. Just start out small, get yourself a nice little starter kit. Whether you're looking to do a business or just a fun project, weekend project, with maybe on date night or with your kids, this is a great place to start. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. We'll slide this out of the way. We'll talk about a few supplies that we're going to need, or a few pieces of equipment. Okay, if you're just starting out, there's a few pieces of equipment you kind of need. They're definitely going to be nice to have. You don't absolutely need them. In this video, I'm going to show you how to improvise a little bit. But if you wanted to spend a little bit of extra money and get the stuff that would make it a little bit easier, the two basic things that you're going to need. You're going to need a thermometer and some type of pouring pitcher. You can also buy all of this on the Candle Maker Store website while you're there. But if you're just starting out, maybe you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it, or you just don't have those things laying around, I'm going to show you how to improvise. So let's head on over to the stove, show you just the bare minimum of what you're going to need. Okay, so we're here at our stove. The bare minimum what you're going to need a saucepan with about a ½ inch of water in it. You can use a double boiler. That's where the you've got the two pans or the two pots. You fill the top one up with, you fill the bottom one with water. It boils, then heats up the top pan. Maybe you don't have that, or maybe you don't want to use that. We're going to improvise that as well. Basically, you are going to need some type of pitcher. It's going to make it a lot easier when you're pouring the candles. These work great. This is just a Pyrex pouring pitcher. This one's actually Anchor Hocking brand. I got it at Target for $4.99. I will say that anything that you're going to use from the kitchen pretty much has to kind of be disposable. Not saying that you can't wash it out and it would be okay, but as a general rule, anything you use for candle making or soap making or anything like that doesn't need to later on be used for food. So if you are going to use something like this, you might want to make sure you use something that is expendable, so you don't have to worry about maybe that contaminating your food later if you don't wash it out well enough. So basically what we're going to do, we've got our water already in the saucepan. We're just going to hang that over to the side. Turn it on about a medium heat. And we're going to add our wax. We're going to go ahead and get our wax melted down. Okay. Now, if you had a thermometer, this would be where you would add it in there. Like I said, if you don't have one, once this is done melting, I'll talk about how you can improvise not having one. Okay, so our wax is melted. Like I said, if you had a thermometer, you would melt this to about 180. If you don't have a thermometer, you can eyeball it. General rule is once that last little bitty chunk of wax melts away and it all kind of goes clear on you, that's about 180. So just eyeball it. Once it's completely melted, just pull it off, set it off to the side, let it cool for now. While that's cooling, we can go ahead and set up our jars. Okay, all we're going to need is just a straw or possibly an ink pen. This is just a plastic straw I stole from a tumbler. We're going to go and put our wick in it like that. Take one of our wick tabs, which is basically just it's just two-sided tape. So we're going to tape one end to the wick tab. Center that in the bottom of the jar the best we can. And press. Now once that's on there, it's on there. It's not coming off. Do the same with the other wick tab. Okay, and that's that. They're almost ready. Now once we pour our wax in there, the wicks are going to become a little bit pliable. They'll tend to want to lean over and get off center. Easiest thing to do is just grab yourself a clothespin. Just clothespin it so it stays in the middle. Now these are ready to be turned into candles. We'll set those aside for now. We've still got some work to do on our wax. I didn't mention in the intro that you do need something to stir with. You can pretty much use anything. Wooden spoon from the kitchen. Only reason I'm not using a spoon is because my wife's going to watch this video and I don't want her seeing me using her good spoons in the video, so we just found this jumbo popsicle stick to use. Okay, so this is all melted down. We got it up to 180. It's cooled a little bit, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and add our fragrance. You can add as little or as much as you want. I'm going to add the whole thing. If you watch some of my other videos, this will make sense to you. It doesn't right now, but basically this is going to give these candles a 6% fragrance load. Make sure you watch my tips and tricks video to have that explained to you. Okay, we're just going to empty it all out, stir it up real good. Okay, now we're going to color it. We have the lavender dye to go with the lavender candle. Candle Maker Store also includes a disposable pipette for your dye. You can go ahead and you can add as much of this or as little as you want, just depending on how dark or light you want your candles to be. Now these are lavender, so they should probably be kind of dark, so we'll add a good bit. Okay, I got tired of counting. We probably added about 30 drops. Make sure that's stirred up really good. Now, again, this is where the thermometer will come in handy. You want to pour around 140 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, you can still kind of eyeball it. You want to be careful doing this, but 140 degrees is roughly a hot cup of coffee. Everybody's held a hot cup of coffee. You know how that feels. So you can just kind of feel your container, kind of compare it to that. That's about right on there. So we're going to go ahead and pour. Without a thermometer, I don't know exactly where it is, but just based on my experience and what I'm feeling here, this is roughly 140 degrees, so we're ready to pour. Go ahead and close our dye up so we don't spill it. You do want to be careful with this dye. If it gets on clothing or carpet or something, it will not come up. Now we just pour. This is where I said in the intro that a pitcher really does come in handy. Can't imagine trying to do this with just the top pot from a double boiler. Okay, those candles are poured. Now, if you're doing the math with me, you'll see we have a little bit of extra. We've got two 6-ounce candles. We had a pound of wax, so that's 16 ounces plus an ounce of fragrance oil. So that's 17 ounces product total. So we're going to have a little bit left over. What we can do with that is you can use these little cups or an ice cube tray or a Dixie cup or something. We'll just pour the excess in those. And we have bonus wax melts. Okay, so our candles are poured, our wax melts are poured. Let's have a little bit of fun and watch them dry. Okay, and that's really all there is to it. All that's left to do is throw the lid on, stick the warning label on the bottom, and this is what we wind up with. So hopefully that was a fun video to watch. Hopefully you learned a little something. If I flew by anything too quick, don't worry. I'm going to do a full list of instructions in the description of the video. But I had fun making that. I want to thank the Candle Maker store for sending those. They sent me that one to demo, and like I said in the beginning of the video, they sent me 2 to give away. So let's talk about those. Here are the 2 that I'm going to give away. These each sell for $19.99 on their website. I'm going to give those away for free to 2 of the 2 lucky subscribers. I haven't opened them yet. I don't know what scent or color combinations in them. That's just going to be up to you to figure out if you're one of the lucky winners. I think for this giveaway, we're going to show them a little bit of love since they were awesome enough to send me these 3 starter kits to demo. So to enter for this giveaway, you have to be a subscriber to my channel, of course. Then just go to their website. I'm going to put the link at the beginning of the description. Just check these out. Make sure it's something that you want. You're going to want them. They're awesome. Just check these out. Make sure you know what you're getting. And while you're there, just look through their list of fragrance oils. Just pick whichever one you think is your favorite, just based on the description. Just look through a few of them. Come back here in the comments. Just leave whichever one is your favorite. That's going to enter you to win the starter kit. We're going to give those away 2 weeks from today. Today is the 25th. So let's say March 12th. March 12th, we're going to pick 2 winners. Going to use the random number generator on my phone. The number that it picks is going to correspond with the number of comment left. So if your comment number is 75 and it picks 75, you're the winner. So again, head over to the Candle Maker store website. Just click the link in the description. Check out their fragrance list. Come back over here, tell me which one's your favorite, and they get you entered to win. Oh, and one last thing. Let's just keep it 1 comment per person, 1 entry. It's not really fair to everybody else if one person just spams the comment feed with 100 answers. That doesn't really give anybody else a chance. So just 1 comment per person. Let's all have fun. Let's check out the Candle Maker store, show them some love. Let's give these away. Thanks, y'all.